Welcome to Quiz International. Dive into the world of interesting English stories with brilliant questions to improve your English listening and speaking skills. Before we start, click subscribe button and ring bell so that you will not miss the next story. Are you ready? Let us start the story. Near the village of Vishnupur, there was a beautiful forest where a small village was situated. In this village lived a young boy named Schadrack. He was very hardworking and honest, but one habit always kept him unhappy. He constantly compared himself to others. Whenever he saw his friend Karan, who was always the top student, he thought, "I wish I were as smart as him." Whenever he saw his neighbor Siddharth, who was very rich, he thought, "I wish I had as much wealth as him." Even when he saw someone running fast, he thought, "I wish I could run that fast." His life slowly started sinking into disappointment. He couldn't focus on his studies, and his interest in work was also decreasing. He felt like he could never be as successful as those he constantly compared himself to. One day, a famous saint came to the village. He was known for enlightening people about life's truths. Schadrack heard that the saint was very wise, so he went to him and shared his problem. "Gurudev, I work very hard, but whenever I see someone better than me, I feel sad. I feel like I can never be like them. Please help me get rid of this problem." The saint smiled and said, "Come to the oldest tree in the village tomorrow morning. You will find the answer to your question there." Schadrack found this strange, but he thought the saint must have said it for a reason. Early the next morning, as the sun rose, Schadrack reached the old tree in the village. The saint was already there. He said to Schadrack, "Look carefully at this forest. What do you see?" Schadrack looked around and said, "Gurudev, there are different kinds of trees here. Some are very tall, some are short, some have lots of fruits, while others don't." The saint smiled and said, "Now imagine if this mango tree started comparing itself to the coconut tree and complained that it is not as tall. And what if the coconut tree complained that it doesn't bear sweet fruits like the mango tree? Would that make sense?" Schadrack replied, "No, Gurudev, that would be foolish." The saint asked, "Okay then, tell me, how does this forest look to you?" Schadrack looked around and said, "Very beautiful and balanced." The saint smiled and said, "That is the greatest truth of life. Just as every tree has its unique existence and purpose, every human has their own journey and destiny. The mango tree is made to give sweet fruits, while the coconut tree is built for height and strength. Their lives are different, yet both are important." Schadrack nodded, but still had some doubts in his mind. The saint took him near a pond. Many fish were swimming there. The saint pointed to a bird and said, "If this fish started complaining that it cannot fly like the bird, would that be fair?" Schadrack said, "Not at all. The fish is made to swim in water, and the bird is made to fly." The saint said, "Then why do you want to be like someone else? Your journey is your own. You also have qualities that others don't." After hearing this, Schadrack had a moment of realization. He understood that every person has unique strengths. Comparing ourselves to others only harms us. After this, Schadrack stopped comparing himself to others and started focusing on his own strengths and weaknesses. He realized that when he worked according to his own abilities, he felt true satisfaction. Slowly, his confidence returned, and he began to see his life from a new perspective. Years later, with his hard work, Schadrack built a successful business. He became the most inspiring person in the village. Whenever someone asked him the secret of his success, he would simply smile and say, "Never compare yourself to others. If a fish tries to fly, it will always fail. But if it hones its swimming skills, it can rule the entire ocean. Comparing yourself to others is like expecting the sun and the moon to shine at the same time. Both have their own place, and both shine in their own time. Focus on your own journey, recognize your strengths, and create your own path to success." Yeah. I hope you got the story useful. Can you answer these few questions to improve your English? Let us go. What was Schadrack's main problem that made him unhappy? The answer is that Schadrack constantly compared himself to others, which made him unhappy and affected his focus and interest in work. Who did Schadrack go to for help with his problem? The answer is that Schadrack went to a famous saint who was known for enlightening people about life's truths. What lesson did the saint teach Schadrack using the example of the trees in the forest? The answer is that the saint taught that just as every tree has its unique existence and purpose, Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more quizzes, then like and share the link.